Короче, всем здорово. Я надеюсь, стрим запустился. Посмотрела, блядь, предыдущую свою запись. Ну, стримец. Пиздец, блядь, там какой-то ебаный пиздец с разрешением экрана. Бля, пацаны, сорян. Пока что у меня квадратный монитор. Как только я себе куплю, блядь, широкий монитор, блядь, можно будет посмотреть в нормальном Full HD. А пока что Бог терпел и нам велел, ребята. Вот, сегодня я решил поиграть в РДР. Посмотреть, как она. Постараюсь ультра. Надеюсь, блядь, мой комп вытянет. Не вытянет, блядь, похуй. Скоро будет. Скоро буду стримить на нормальном ПК. По звуку, блядь. Ну, по звуку, блядь, если звук хуйня, то в скором времени ждите, исправлю. Ну, короче, бля, хватит пиздеть, начинаем, ребята. Ебать, выбираем хардкор по-любому. Что делать, блядь? Создать новое. Ну, короче, мои первые мысли. Пока что в катсцене оптимизация очень хорошая.
That they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? That hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate, John's.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently. The John's family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
Это разъёб.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other. And who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Ебать! Ребята, этого мы ждали нахуй, я не знаю сколько, 10 лет, блядь? Охуеть. А ну-ка, ну-ка. Можно подтягиваться, как GTA 4. Пустить его. Вот это пиздец.
Must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to gag you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Я пиздеть не начну.
Well, here, let's mount up and hit the trail. Take it slow on the way out of town. No need to kick up a lot of dust.
Блять, а как? Ага. Можно прыгать. Что вы? Вы нажимаете. Ага.
Whoa there.
Load up now.
Ага, понятно. На Ctrl сбавить обороты, на Shift добавить. Дружище, я тоже так могу.
So it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Great place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I said, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as most reading back to you. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Бля, ебать как красиво нахуй.
Yeah, yeah. Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
Блять, а тут можно как в РДР 2 нахуй въебаться и вылететь нахуй с
Yeah.
лошади?
So it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
Deal. You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
Не, ну анимация, конечно, костная хуйня.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Not far now. You'll see the fort when you get to the top of the
Блядь.
hill.
Yeah.
Listen, mister. This here's what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Не, ну если... Нихера себе. Когда? Ага, на X. Не, ну если, короче, смотреть на лицевую текстуру, мыло пиздец, конечно.
Come on.
По сравнению с лицом из РДР 2,
Bill!
тут у него просто мыло
Bill,
ебаное.
I've come for you. Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge. No more Dutch. And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well,
Ебать, добил, блядь.
Poor John.
Все, игра окончена, пацаны. Спасибо за стрим. Я, короче, в этой серии не буду читать комментарии, потому что, блядь, мне кажется, хуй вообще читаю. Ну, в следующей серии, если захотите, я буду читать их. Попробую с ними, так скажем. Новые друзья, старые беды.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarlane. Miss Bonnie McFarlane.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarlane. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
Trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Обожаю игры Rockstar. Бля, прошел каждую нахуй игру Rockstar. Ладно, пизжу, там старая есть игрушка. Короче, про кинчик. Точно не помню, про банду. Вот ее я не проходил. А так, Manhunt 1, Manhunt 2, блядь. Все части GTA, нахуй. Ну, кроме, блядь, 2D-шных, уебищных. Что там дальше? Все DLC-шки, нахуй. Ну, просто, блядь, лютый фанат. РДР-ку проходил. У меня, кстати, на канале вы можете найти записи по РДР-ке, там, гличи. Всего лишь 2. Ну, этого достаточно, ребята. Просто загнулась РДР-ка вторая, блядь. Рокстаровцы, суки, гандоны, твари. Да.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
I sure can use an extra pair of hands around here. Let's see if we can get you back in the saddle.
Да, блядь, иди быстрее, пизда ебаная, нахуй.
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarlane.
Okay, let's see if you can still ride a horse.
Да, блядь. Нихуя прикольный прыжок.
Come on, time for you to see what a real ranch looks like.
Let's go.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
Giddy up! And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished. Bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better.
Yeah.
Yeah! That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl.
Бля.
Slow it up now.
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
What are you waiting for? Come on, I don't bite.
Чего, блядь?
How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do?
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. Come on, then. Let's mount up and take a look around.
Бля, вот мне кажется, или даже сами деревья, они, блядь, лучше, чем в той же GTA
Let's
5.
go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again.
Ну или просто в современных играх. Кстати, хотя вот это вот дерево, оно очень похоже на одно из тех, что есть в GTA 5.
I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
Кстати, также, когда выйдут нормальные моды, я их накачаю, блядь, поставлю.
God damn it, these rabbits
Просто
are at it
бомба.
again. Come on, let's get rid of them once and for all. Get your rifle out. It's about time these little thieves met their maker.
Бля.
We got one. That's it. Kill those little vermin. Better at shooting rabbits than outlaws, I see. You're a good shot, Mr. Marston. Rabbits didn't stand a chance. Mount back up. We should check out the rest of the range.
Блядь. Сука, ёбаный в рот. Да.
Mr. Marston, let's
Чуть
mount up.
шаг влево, шаг вправо, все, блядь, нарушил закон, блядь, пиздец.
Let's go.
Да, блядь. Чё с этой клячей ебаной, что она делает, нахуй? Они меня ждут? Стой, блядь, куда ты возвращаешься, нахуй?
Right. Follow me. Keep your eyes peeled for anything suspicious.
Блять, еще, блядь, пацаны, сорян. Ну, я просто хотел, блядь, проверить стрельбу, нахуй. Нет, блядь.
Are things really that bad?
It's gotten so bad in the last couple years, everyone around here is armed. I don't believe it. Those damn rabbits are back. Give me a hand with them, will you? Good shot. Come on, then. Time to put that blood of yours to good use. Nice shooting.
Нихуя, он нападает, блядь. Пошел нахуй. Вот, стой.
Much obliged for the help. Them rabbits can be wily little critters. Let's get back on the horses and see what else is going on. We should keep moving. There's still a ways to go.
А чё за бред, нахуя они, блядь, катаются на лошадях, если они просто, блядь, вокруг?
If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
Короче, они, блядь, вообще недалеко
Never
отъезжают.
easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Look out! Coyote! Shoot them before they get to the animals. That coyote won't be back.
Let's go. What am I doing here?
Нам нахуй. Наконец-то мне дали пострелять.
Blame Darwin.
Well, we got rid of the coyotes. I just wish we'd saved all the chickens. Let's go. I'll take you back to your room. You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
This is you, Mr. Marston. Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
Чтоб сохранить игру, пляж нахуй и поспи. Ах. Бля, хотя и так у меня автосохранение стоит. Похуй на автосохранение. Да, я уверен, нахуй. Поехали на следующее задание. Опа, прыжочек нахуй.
Oh, Mr. Marston. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarland. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you. So, how are your ribs?
Fine. A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in, come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson or what you wanted from him.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only would I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
I'm still no city man.
But I'll bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be.
Сейчас
I'll
будет
race
гоночка,
you right
пацаны.
now.
If it makes you happy.
We'll see.
Гоночка на бабки. Погнали, пацаны. Сейчас выиграем, нахуй. Иди бабки.
All right, I'll show you how we ride round these parts.
Ma'am, I will support you good.
Come on.
Да съеби нахуй.
Slow up.
On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go!
Бля, пацаны, возможно, я пройду,
Be
ебать.
a gentleman about this.
Блядь,
You
иди
don't know
нахуй.
me at all, Miss McFarland. Come on.
А, нет, ебать, извиняюсь. Тут слишком легко. Тут слишком легко.
Are you saving the best for last? Come on. I bet you're starting to regret your brave words, Miss McFarland. How you doing back there? Would you like me to slow down?
Обжем, блядь.
Should I wait for you to catch up?
Обжем подъебывают.
Let's go. Let's go.
Блядь, какое неудобное управление этой ебаной лошадью. Я уже устал, блядь. Нажимать этот блядский шут. Пошла нахуй, ляр ебаный.
Come on.
Бля, слава богу, что тут нет этих резких, блядь, поворотов нахуй. То бы это было сосамба нахуй. Иди нахуй. Все, меня эта гонка уже заебала. Можно, блядь, другую гоночку? Точнее, блядь, пострелять. Хочу пострелять. О, заканчиваем. Охуенно.
Go.
That was fun.
Sure.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime. I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
Yeah, I might just do that, Miss McFarland.
You do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston.
Похуй, делаем вот этой лярвы дальше задание.
Ah, Mr. Marston, how are you?
Good, Miss McFarland. How are you?
I'm well. Would you mind riding with me to Armadillo? I've got to get some supplies and I could do with the company.
Of course.
You can take the reins. It wouldn't do for a terrifying bounty hunter such as yourself to be seen driven around by a woman. Take the driver's seat, come on!
Не понял.
You're looking much better, considering you were almost buzzard food a couple days ago.
I have you to thank for that, Miss.
So do tell me, have you needlessly risked your life since we last spoke?
No, Miss, I have not.
Well, that's a relief. Perhaps there's hope for for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's always hope, Mr. Marston. You can't be a rancher in this kind of country if you don't believe that.
Так, стоп, секунду, нахуй, по карте. А так разве не быстрее было бы? Ладно, похуй, объедем.
Admirable attitude, miss.
I suppose so. I can't think of any other way to stay sane, to be frank. What about you? Have you ever given up hope altogether?
Hope hasn't really entered into it. It's not really something I think about.
A peculiar outlook. I can't really say I understand you.
I can't always say I do either.
Oh, don't be so deliberately enigmatic.
I'm not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for having a personality.
I just know there are two theories to arguing with women, and neither one works.
I'm not even going to dignify that gibberish with a response.
Почему, блядь, я на тележке еду, блядь, на повозке-то ебаной медленнее, чем, сука...
You have a strange sense of humor.
Well, you must admit, it's an unusual start to a friendship.
I didn't realize we were friends, Miss McFarland.
Oh, please. Now who's being funny? Listen, I know that business with Williamson is your business, but I don't know. You've been good to us, and I don't think you're a bad man. A little stupid, perhaps, but not rotten. I just worry about you gallivanting around these parts like you're some kind of deranged bounty hunter. Like Paul always says, don't go waking snakes.
I appreciate your concern for us lesser mortals, Miss McFarland. I really do. And if there was any other way out, I'd take it. I could...
Так, блядь, я заебался нахуй. Где тут... Мгм. Удерживать Shift для ускорения в транс. Ну, ох, ебать, это мы включим нахуй.
assure you of that.
So this is Armadillo. Manhattan it is not, but it does okay for us. Most important thing for you right now is getting yourself into Dr. Johnson's office to purchase some medicine. The first one's on me.
Thank you, miss. I'll pay you back.
I'm sure you shall. The doc's a good fellow. He saved your life, so be polite to him. Meet me in front of the general store when you're done.
Just finished helping a patient. How can I help you? Hi,
Hey, partner.
I'm selling some good tonics if you need them. Any meds, laudanum,
Thank
adrenaline, or pills, come see me. Stay away from the salt.
Видите, какая сумка мыльная, блядь? Смотрите, это ж, блядь, уровень нахуй. GTA San Andreas, блядь.
Well, thanks for driving me. It was nice to be able to enjoy the view for once, and a little company never hurts now and again.
You're more than welcome, miss. Least I can do. Thank you for the medicine.
Why don't you have a look around Armadillo? You can always take a stagecoach back to the ranch later.
I might just do that. Travel safely, miss.
Try not to get yourself shot. I won't be around to save you this time.
Пацаны, игра не чувствуется. Пока что игра не чувствуется. Так, интересно. Это что, мне бабки будут приносить? А ну-ка, 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 ну-ка. Бизнес, ебать. Сразу бежим покупать бизнес, нахуй, если у нас есть. понял, нахуй надо. Блять, ну, короче, следующее здание, вон есть Марфин, блядь, или что там. М-ка, короче. Идем туда. Бежим сюда.
Excuse me.
Hey, hey, you got a visitor.
Shut up, you! Now what you want?
My name's John Marston. You wanted to speak to me.
I did?
Apparently so.
Why?
I guess because we're both in the business of the law.
You that fella from the train company?
No, I'm from Fort Mercer.
Fort Mercer? You them, one of them Williamson boys.
Calm down.
Go on, shoot him, mister. Shoot him.
Come on, what, you getting keep with me, boy?
What's going on here?
I got me one of them Williamson boys.
I got me one of them idiots who give marshals a bad name.
Jonah, put your gun down. You must be the man from Blackwater.
Yes, sir. Listen, that dog ain't too bright, but he seems loyal.
Jonah, get out of here for a minute.
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson, sir. And you. Oh, I done seen enough of your hide around here, friend.
I think there's some school children down the way you can go and frighten.
Oh, hardy fucking har. Dickhead.
What are you doing here, Mr. Marston? Apart from frightening my deputies.
I'm here to capture or kill Bill Williamson.
Okay.
Can you help me?
He's outside my jurisdiction. He's in the next county. Of course, Bill Williamson and his boys have tended to keep themselves away from my town.
So you're happy to have him out there?
Well, I ain't happy, but I also ain't suicidal. My job is to keep this town safe, not clean up all of these 3 counties. It's hard enough around here.
You know, I hear you speak, and suddenly I'm reminded of how some of the people I respected most in my life had a problem with authority. What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm sure you and your fine friends have enjoyed spending your time running around pursuing noble causes. My cause is to keep this town from turning into a living hell for the folks that live here. Whole world has problems, mister, and I'm here doing what I can.
Why? What's happening?
Right now, I got the railway, the people who pay my salary, trying to get me to turn a blind eye to them burning down settlements up there. I got a bunch of cattle rustlers out near Box Canyon needs shutting down. Not forgetting the gang that keeps murdering homesteaders out in the back country. And I got a bunch of hoods over in the saloon, drunk, threatening to shoot up the whole town. That's all I got today. But it's early yet. Give me a couple more days. There'll be more.
All right, tell you what. Let's go deal with them hoods in the saloon. Then we'll discuss Williamson.
Okay, boy.
Yeah, boy.
You're a persistent little cuss, ain't you?
Only when things matter.
The saloon's this way.
А если мы побежим? Понял, побежали, похуй.
Give an old
Блин.
man a chance to get the blood flowing.
So who we looking for?
Bunch of 2-bit hoodlums, led by this fella called Walt. Goddamn road agents who prey on the stages coming in and out of town. Drivers and armadillos spend more time with their hands in the air than on the reins these days.
And you're happy to let them drink in your saloon?
Happy? No. But the way I figure it, better they're carousing in there than out robbing decent folk.
That's an interesting approach to law enforcement.
I do what I can, Mr. Marston. We ain't the government.
There's the dumb rat bastard now. Let's follow him. See what kind of hole he crawls into.
Walton's the top screw. Let's get after him. God damn it, he's onto us. Get after him. I'm getting after him. Catch me up.
Come on! If Walton's as bad as you say he is, why don't we just beef him now while we got the chance?
Because that ain't how the law works.
Is that right, Marshal?
And alive, he can still talk.
Doesn't sound like he's a man to be reasoned with.
He ain't. But a few days of my hospitality and he'll be telling me what I need to know. Walton's gang's been growing fast.
Outlawing's easy money for easy work.
Cholla Springs, Gap Tooth Ridge, these boys get around. Walton's a start, but there's plenty...
Блять, пацаны, пиздец, я забыл поменять этот... Сейчас, секу. Ебать, я забыл поменять аватарку. Ёбаный рот. Да, ебать обсер. Пиздец, вот это стыдоба нахуй. Все, пацаны, продолжаем. Извиняюсь за задержку. Блядь, а может мне его догнать и просто пиздить, нахуй?
Load up now.
Looks like we got company, boys.
Охуенно.
Damn. Take cover. Work our way up this hill.
Over here, puppy foot.
Arthur, I got you covered. Move up to that wagon. There's one behind the crate.
Ебать, меня ранили нахуй.
See you fellas pissed sitting down or something?
Now move up to that crate.
You brought help.
Пиздец. Тут еще и внутри, охуеть. Да, блять, нахуй. Ебать управление, постное дерьмо, блять. Я могу вот пиздить?
Not a bad shot, Mr. Marston. Why don't you check in with me next time you're in town?
I don't want to be no policeman, Marshal.
Nor did I, my friend. I can promise you that. I'll see you soon, Mr. Marston.
Come on. Oh, now.
Сейчас, подождите, можно лутать как во второй части? Нихуя себе. Ебать. Сейчас все залутаем. Костюм банды. Опа, ебать. Ему переодеться? Sorry, partner. А, блядь. Погнали по горам посмотрим. Кто там ближе всего у нас? Он М. Полетели на М. Ебали нахуй койоты ебаные. Да, я так понял, тут вообще ну, такие ебанутые можно это залезть. Горы. О, прыгаем нахуй.
Hello? Hello? It's Armadillo 731. What is it with these things? Hello? It's a new line. Hello? Hello?
Sounds fun. What's happening?
I have no idea. If it's important, they'll send someone down like they did with you.
Suddenly the world is full of theys.
Yeah. I remember when we first got here. We used to consider people from Dade County to be exotic. Now guys can get here from the Midwest, and they can do it in 6 days.
Things have changed.
They've gotten away from me. Hello? I don't understand it no more, boy. Honest to goodness.
I'm not sure I do.
Marshall! 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 I just been up in the canyon, spying like you said. I think I seen me a couple of them rustlers. I think it was the Baller twins and a couple of Mexicans.
They up there right now?
Well, it was a group of 4 men rounding up Mr. Gulch's livestock, and none of them looked like any of Gulch's hands, so yes, sir, right now.
That sarcasm's most unbecoming, Eli. It's gonna hold you back in life, even worse than your lazy eye. All right, let's go. You ride with us again, Marson?
Will you help me?
I will try.
It'd be my pleasure.
How long you been working for the government, Marston?
I don't work for the government.
Well, I got a telegram from some federal clowns in Blackwater that says otherwise.
Are you some kind of vigilante?
You don't look like no government boy.
I guess it's complicated. I came because it was made impossible for me not to.
You sure are a tight-lipped son of a bitch, mister.
I guess I am. I ain't gonna dig this hole no deeper.
Ain't you all proud and superior? Don't forget you need us more than we need you. Bill Williamson folded you up like an empty purse the last time, if I remember correctly.
Simmer down, Jonah.
Listen to your boss, Jonah. There's a good boy. Otherwise, I'll put a hole in your hillbilly head and watch your tiny brain drain out.
И уткнулся терпила ебаный.
I'll be honest with you, Marston. I ain't for all this government interference.
Believe me, Marshal, neither am I.
I try to keep the federal boys happy. I mean, we need all the help we can get. But what does a flannel mouse city boy who's never forked a bale of hay in his life know about a state like New Austin?
Nothing, I reckon.
All this manifest destiny hogwash, taming a wild land, bringing modernization and betterments to the west. Yeah, we're nearly there. Keep your eyes out for the bollards. Everybody dismount. Follow me. Let's move up the canyon towards the fort. ready, boys. We're probably going to be outnumbered.
Опа.
Bastards ain't short on
Yes,
firepower neither.
Let's see how many there are. If we can take them alive, good. If not, smoke the sons of bitches.
Будем сразу
You
всех
get
убивать
two right
нахуй.
ears, Marshal.
What the hell?
Поткнулся нахуй. А, то есть ты меня вперед пускаешь.
Look out! Rustler guard!
Понятно.
Gun him down! Help me out here, will you? I'm gonna be bloody.
You boys take the left fork. I'm going this way. Marston,
Это наш?
you can tag along with
Блин,
me
это
or
наш.
join the deputies.
Damn you.
А пойдем по правой стороне.
Stay with us.
Come on then, Marston. Just make sure you don't slow me down.
Eyes up, boy. Behind that rock. Shit. Stay close.
Ну, пизда черту нахуй, ебаную. На нахуй.
Hellfire.
Look, the deputies are making progress. Watch out! More of the bastards!
Ебать, он там разносит.
Good shooting, boy. Christ alive. My God.
Get to that camp. Blast them, boy!
Да блять.
I'm giving you one last chance to put your hands in the air.
Come on, stop lagging behind. Put down your guns and surrender.
There's one more for the vultures.
That ain't nice.
I'll head up the ridge and scout it out. See if there's any spare ammo in that camp. Keep your eyes open. I saw a couple of snipers across the way. Eyes up! Sniper!
А, блять, ебать, где он?
Let's clear out tight basin once and for all!
Ебать, ты слепой.
Got one! I see one of them. Stay with me! Jesus wept!
Черт ебаный, ну вернись нахуй.
Let's get to the rest of the boys.
Ай, блядь. Ебать. Так, вы не понял, блин, в смысле меня убили?
Look out! There are them snipers! This way!
Как тут вообще эта хуйня работает? Где он, блядь? Я не вижу его.
What are you aiming at me for? Get those damn rustlers.
Nice and steady now! Don't leave yourself open! There's the son of a bitch!
Why don't you point that at one of the fellas who's shooting at us? I'm the last
Нихуя
person
себе.
you want to be pointing that at. Come on, give them hell!
Вылазь, курва.
I can hear more gunshots. Quick, let's go help my deputies.
Ау, блядь. Не, ну такие типочки вот. Блядь, да. Ебашут мощно.
Hang in there! You really want to die?
И хватит там. Я просто не ебу, блядь. Мы начинаем или мы, блядь, стоим ждем нахуй?
That'll happen. Watch out for the hostages and the cat.
Tell the ballers to get themselves up, or we'll kill every last one of you.
We're done for.
Get those thieving bastards.
Что, не достреливаю? Пошел нахуй.
I'll kill you twice, you son of a bitch.
Ага, понятно. До этого не достреливаю. Ай, блядь.
What are you
This
aiming
way.
at me
Наш
for?
нахуй.
Get those damn rustlers. That bastard won't be rustling no more.
You clearly don't like me much.
You sure put that feller to bed.
What have we got here? It's gonna take more than one of you, partner.
We come from Mr. Gulch's cattle. I see him.
Что ты, блядь? Блядь, дай мне его закрыть. Чего, блядь?
That's all of them. Fine shooting, boy. Now come on, let's untie those hostages.
Thanks, Marshal. We're indebted to you with our lives.
Just get them cattle back safe.
All right.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Well done, Mr. Marston.
Yes, well done.
Now, about Williamson.
I'll do what I can. You know, as you can see, this country is infested with all manner of scum.
Say that again.
Well, one other thing, Marston. Mr. Johnson, sir. It's Mr. West Dickens. He's missing.
Who?
Mr. West Dickens, the tonics merchant. He was due in town last week.
Oh, the narcotic and bat piss salesman who cons housewives out of their money with promises of eternal youth.
Yes, him, but I think you're being a little unfair. He's helped a great many of the county, and many of the townsfolk are really missing him.
You hear that, Marston? We just butchered a gang of thieves, and the town is up in arms about a missing snake oil merchant. I am so glad to be serving such a wise and respectable people. Come on, Eli.
Ей. Тут даже есть каубел, пацаны. Поехали на Б. Как тут метку поставить? А, Enter. Понятно. Давай сюда, бри. Опа. Золотая, нет? Понял. Еще, короче, поверку. Да ёптаны. О, я хотел проверить, что будет, если въебаться во что-нибудь. Дерево, например. Сейчас проверим. Ну, пока что я вижу нихуя. О, вон дерево, въебываемся, на всей скорости будет. Не РДР, давай, не РДР.
hearing about your plans.
Have you, Miss McFarland?
Yes, from Lee Johnson. To settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
Probably, Miss McFarland.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me Bonnie.
Miss McFarland, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, trains, held people ransom. We killed people we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang. Now, if I don't capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family. Now, I don't suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
No, I do understand. I had no idea. You poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade. My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but to hear him talk about it, you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt. And he hated the English for what they had done to his great-grandparents that he'd never met. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's true. Especially when it comes to money. And you know, even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible. I worry every day about us losing the ranch. It would kill him.
My father died when I was 8 years old. His eyes were, well, let's just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth. She was a prostitute and he was her, well, I don't know what he was. So I was sent off to an orphanage and ran away and fell in with a gang.
My word. What a difficult life you've lived.
The leader of the gang taught me how to read. Taught me how to see all that was good in the world. He was a great man in a way.
But you killed people.
Sure. And I've suffered for it. And that's the life I left. Or tried to leave. Said too much, Bonnie. I'm an uneducated killer, sent here to do all I can do well. Kill a man in cold blood so that another man may do his part to cut crime in an area, and a rich man can be elected governor on the back of these promises.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me?
Well, I can try. What do you need, money?
No, nothing so complicated. I need an extra hand to take out the herd to pasture.
Sure. Point me in the right direction.
Я в соло-то буду делать? Нет, нет.
Right. Are you ready to learn how to herd some cows? Thank you for telling me all that back there. It must have been hard for you.
Hope you understand now why I've been playing my cards somewhat close to my chest.
I didn't know you had a wife and child. Then again, I don't think I ever asked. They're lucky to have a man like you.
I ain't so sure about that, but thank you.
Good to see you, Miss McFarland.
Yeah.
Whoa there.
Блядь! Вернись, лошадь ебаная. Коровы, кстати, точно такие же, как из GTA 5.
Assuming they aren't put off by your smell.
That's it. He's got it.
Come on. Whoa there.
Drive them down the road, Mr. Marston.
Блядь, ну куда ты прешь, падла ебаная? Падла, куда идешь, блядь? Вернись в стадо, нахуй. А где другая корова?
Let's go. Whoa there.
Nail it down.
Come on.
All right, let's move this large herd out to the far pasture.
Go.
Squeeze back and forth behind them. Keep them nice and tight.
Let's move here, my four-legged friends. Load up now.
Watch for the runner.
Control that horse, will ya?
Что ты делаешь, дурачок, блядь?
You're not bad with the herd. Ranching might be your true calling, Mr. Marston. Either that, or you were a cow in a past life.
Thank you, Miss McFarland.
I'll see you later. I have work to do back at the ranch.
Короче, ребятки, спасибо за просмотр. Следующая серия хуй знает будет когда, как обычно. Бля, я даже не знаю, если есть ты, челик, который это до конца досмотрел. Респект тебе, челик. Я хуй знает, как ты выдержал этот час. Вот. Всего вам самого наилучшего. Крепитесь, ребята. До скорого.